On January 18th, 2013, the Porsche Carrera GT Ultra Edition was released in Need for Speed World. It features ultra-tuned parts and a nice set of 3-star skill mods. It has a 3-star nitrous duration skill mod, a 3-star perfect start duration, a 3-star perfect start RPM, and 2 3-star nitrous power skill mods. It has a green ultra-tuned engine, induction, and transmission, and a red ultra-tuned suspension, brakes, and tires on this car. In the aftermarket, it has an unnamed body kit, black window tint, Stage 3 oil ring kit, and Carrera license plate. I like this car's livery, but I do have sort of an issue with the color of the rims on this car. Mostly because the lighting of this game makes the rims not match the other orange on the body at times, so it just looks a little bit awkward at points. The car isn't anything special in drag mode, especially because of the nitrous output power. It isn't exactly strong in any means, and even does a little bit of a bog down for some reason, even though that's mostly synonymous with some cosmic cars. But the acceleration is okay. The nitrous isn't exactly terrible, especially when you shift in like the higher RPM. It actually is kind of powerful, but I mean, this is against an LFA, so I mean, comparatively, it's not that good, especially against the top tier drag cars. So the Carrera GT, in general respects of Need for Speed World, most players will see it as bringing a knife to a gunfight, because there's a lot more powerful nitrous cars, better acceleration, and better handling out there, especially the other Porsches in this game. And that's when the Carrera GT was released, just the normal edition. Many people were complaining about how, oh my goodness, it's terrible and bad. Well, I mean, it's no way is going to be a king, okay? And the all ultra parts setup does really sort of hurt the handling in a way, so that when you're taking corners, it does understeer more. It feels a lot less fluid than a race-tuned, a Gromlin race-tuned Carrera GT. But the good thing about the Ultra Edition is that once you do get sort of out of the corners where you're having the issues and open up to more of a straight part of the track, especially these city tracks, it does sort of, you know, work out more. But the nitrous power, normally on the Carrera GT, it isn't really anything to talk about other than it's weak. But with all the skill mods that this thing has, that it comes with, it does make more of an impression against the high nitrous power vehicles. I was just patrolling around open events, trying to find just a really good race that I could record, and I found 2 that were good, all in the city scene of Palmont. That is really where cars like this shine. This is Silverton. Silverton's a great place for this car, because, I don't know, the Carrera GT is really good at city tracks. But you gotta keep a good line with this car, and the ultra parts making it understeer a little bit more than just say if it was race tuned does cause, you know, some negative effects, like when I understeer into that bus stop. It just seems to be okay. It's not great. I mean, I like this car. It's an underdog car, but just the setup on it is not bringing out the best characteristics of this car. The best characteristics of a Carrera GT, in my opinion, is the handling. You could really do well with it, especially on these city tracks. But, you know, it is sort of compromised by the Ultra setup that this thing has. But thankfully, because of Ultra parts, the handling isn't completely ruined. It still has some saving qualities to it. Overall, the car is pretty good in race events, but you have to know what you're doing in order to succeed. So on to Team Escape. Well, the thing does have a bunch of race skill mods, so it's not really a mode car to really take to Team Escape. But if you need a really high overall S-Class car for Team Escape, well, here's your Carrera GT Ultra. The handlings, just like I said in the previous part, were about how it just feels stiff. It can have some downsides to it, especially with the dodging aspect of Team Escape. But thankfully, the car is fairly heavy, especially for a supercar. Need for Speed World, it is fairly heavy. So even when I mess up and say just nail that Rhino, it's not, you know, completely a disaster. Again, the Ultra parts are nice on this car, but the skill mods don't really do anything because I don't use nitrous. And there's the perfect start, but that doesn't really do much. Yeah, the weight of this car is probably the best thing about it in Team Escape, because it can take a couple of impacts like a champ. But it's not what it's built for. I mean, clearly the skill mods indicate that this car is built for racing. And the racing convention you take it to are open events, and wow, I flew through that car. Again, the handling, you see the understeer there. Probably could have done more to avoid that, but still the understeer does play a pretty large role in just taking corners, especially on the faster parts of Team Escape tracks. So just be wary of that. Handling still is okay to a point where it can dodge, but at lower speeds it's a lot better. Just trying to dodge at high speed will just produce some understeer, so you won't get that desired movement that you would if a car had not such high parts on it. That's really more than I have to say for a Team Escape aspect of this car. It's not designed for Team Escape, and but I mean, you can take it there and it will do all right. But there's still a lot better vehicles to use in Team Escape than this Carrera GT. So is it worth the price of 13,800 speed boost? No, it isn't. But on the other hand, if you really like the Carrera GT and you like racing in open events with it, and you just want sort of an underdog car, I suggest maybe going for it, because it does have a good amount of skill mods and your Ultra parts are set. So there you have it, the Carrera GT Ultra review.